Alright, Shalom. First of all, I'd like to start by giving all praises and glory due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Akakadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to the Archeum doing its work in sincerity and in truth. What we have here is an article. It says New York bans unvaccinated children from public schools. And when you read into it, it says under a new law that just went into effect in New York, children who were not vaccinated on religious grounds will no longer be permitted to attend public elementary schools in the state. All right. Parents of unvaccinated children were given a 14-day deadline from the start of school year to show they had taken steps to give their children at least the first age-appropriate dose in each required immunization. All right. What else it says is schools found to be in violation of the exclusion rule, or for not suspending or excluding those students, face a fine up to $2,000 per violation. And it went on to say, pretty much a lot of other states are following suit. So what I wanted to highlight about this article is, it's in the air. The scent is in the air of the RFID chip, because the more comfortable people get with the government implementing these things, it's going to be more problematic to refuse what they're saying than what people will see it as being worth. But they don't understand when the chip comes that the consequences of accepting that chip, the negatives far outweigh the so-called positives, as they might say. When really, if you take that chip, you will be destroyed, man. You will be owned by Esau, and you will be food for the fire, man. And I'm talking about you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. You Israelites, you so-called West Indies, man. Indians. All right. You'll be destroyed according to prophecy. So what we're finding is the slow normalizing of people accepting what the government says to change in terms of changes to their everyday life. If your children don't go to school, then who's going to look after them? How are they going to get their education, and how are they going to end up going and getting their jobs? These are the thoughts that will be in parents' minds, and they're going to look at it and weigh up the pros and cons and think, what's the easiest option? And it will be very easy for people to accept to go and get injected with a chip, but what comes after that is going to be very hard. So like I was saying, going back to this video, this article, it's in the air right now, because pretty much they're going to, when they want you to accept the chip, you've already been prepped by this vaccination issue and not being allowed, your kids not being able to go to school. Then it's going to be your benefits when you rely on the government. And that's why the scripture says rich and poor, small and great, man. Let me go to it. Start Revelations 13, 16. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right, and that no man might buy or sell save he had the mark. So it's even going to be a situation where that RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, pretty much, if you don't accept, if you basically won't be able to buy or sell if you don't have that chip, man. And then you're going to be in straits when you can't eat or provide and so forth. It also goes on to say to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So people are going to be faced with the consequences of not accepting accepting the chip, the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. And this is a sign of those things to come in relation to consent or conquest for people to accept that RFID chip. All right, so anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom until the next one.